The world of artificial intelligence is moving at an absolutely incredible pace. We're talking billions of dollars in the entire future of technology on the line. This isn't just innovation anymore, it's an all-out global race. Okay, let's get into it.
So, the big question on everyone's mind, right? Who is actually winning this thing? It feels like every single week there's a new model, a new multi-billion-dollar investment, or some kind of strategic move that just shifts the entire landscape. It's a super high-stakes competition, and the finish line? Well, it just keeps moving.
So in this explainer, we're going to break down this latest flurry of announcements. We're going to look at the new tech, the big money changing hands, and what it all means for the companies fighting for that top spot, and ultimately what it means for you.
All right, first up, let's talk about the weapons in this war, the AI models themselves. I mean, the core of this whole competition is just this relentless push to create more powerful, more efficient, and more capable intelligence. And let me tell you, some new contenders are making a serious splash. A huge part of this new wave is coming from China. You've got companies like Alibaba with its brand new Qwen 3 Max model, and Kimi, and they are releasing these incredibly powerful models that are seriously challenging the old guard. They're climbing the leaderboards at a shocking speed.
Just take a look. The top of the AI leaderboards is getting seriously crowded. Now, yeah, Google and OpenAI are still holding on to the top spots for now, but these new challengers are climbing fast. Alibaba's Qwen 3 Max has already shot up to number 6, and Kimi K2 isn't far behind at number 10. The big takeaway here? This is not just a two-horse race anymore.
And that mention of Kimi K2 being an open weights model, that is absolutely crucial. You see, the battle isn't just between companies. It's also between philosophies. Closed models like GPT, they're proprietary secrets. But open source models, they kind of level the playing field, allowing anyone to build on top of them, which just turbocharges innovation for everybody.
And it is not just one or two models. The pace is frantic. Google's pushing AI right to your devices with something called embedding Gemma. Salesforce, kind of out of left field, dropped a super powerful research agent. And then you have these stealth models like Soma just popping up out of nowhere with a massive 2 million token context window. The innovation is literally coming from all sides.
But here's the thing, this race isn't just about having the best technology. It is a game of high-stakes finance and corporate chess. And nowhere is that pressure more intense than with the biggest name in the game, OpenAI.
See, OpenAI started as a nonprofit, but now it's one of the most valuable companies in the world. They're trying to restructure into a for-profit company, but it's turning into a political minefield. Their entire future, in billions in potential funding, is hanging in the balance.
And the financial stakes here are just staggering. OpenAI projects it's going to burn through $115 billion by 2029. To put that into perspective, that is more than the entire GDP of many countries. This number is astronomical, and it just shows you the almost unbelievable cost of competing at the highest level of AI.
All this pressure creates these fascinating strategic ripples. While OpenAI is wrestling with its big identity crisis, its biggest partner, Microsoft, is already hedging its bets. They're now paying to use tech from OpenAI's bitter rival, Anthropic, inside their Office apps. It's a classic corporate power play. You diversify to reduce your risk and gain a little leverage.
And the action is everywhere. Apple is reportedly jumping into AI search. Over in Europe, the French startup Mistral AI just got a massive investment from the chip-making titan ASML. And this AI coding agent startup, Cognition, is now valued at over $10 billion. This is a truly global gold rush.
Okay, so all of this incredible software needs something to run on. And that brings us to the engines of the AI race, the super specialized hardware that makes all of this possible. Of course, the leader here is NVIDIA. They just unveiled the Rubin CPX, a new GPU specifically designed to handle these massive, million-token context windows and generative video apps that are quickly becoming the new standard. They are literally building the tools that define the limits of this race. And get this, NVIDIA is claiming that for every $100 million a company invests in this new hardware, they can generate $5 billion in token revenue. That is a 50x return. It's an absolutely wild claim that just shows you how much value they believe is locked inside this new generation of chips.
But it is not just NVIDIA. In a twist that I don't think a single person saw coming, one of tech's oldest giants has made a stunning comeback and is now a major player in powering the AI boom.
That's right, Oracle. The company's stock surged the most it has since 1992, adding hundreds of billions to its valuation. And why? Because their cloud business is quietly powering a massive amount of AI computing demand. So the crucial point is, this race is creating some very unexpected winners all across the board.
So, we've seen the models, the money, and the hardware, but how does this all actually affect us? Well, this final section is all about the endgame, changing how we interact with technology itself.
You know, for decades, we've used keyboards and, more recently, our voices to communicate with computers. But the next frontier, it might be something way more direct. What if you could communicate just by thinking?
This is silent sense technology. And no, it's not mind reading. A wearable device detects the subtle signals your brain sends to your speech muscles before you even speak. It captures your intent, allowing for silent, almost instant communication. It sounds like science fiction, I know, but it is being developed right now.
And even before we get there, AI is already becoming a true co-pilot in our lives. Apple AirPods can now do real-time voice translation. The Claude app can look at your calendar and schedule meetings for you. And AI can now turn a simple conversation into a finished PowerPoint deck. The barrier between us and our devices is literally dissolving.
So as this great race continues to accelerate, it brings us to this final, really critical question. As these technologies get more personal, able to anticipate our needs, manage our lives, and even interpret our unspoken intent, where do we, as a society, decide to draw the line? That's something to think about.